All right, all right. All right. I need to number these tables so I can, everybody paying attention. Welcome. I'm going to read this so I don't mess up, y'all. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm Guy.
Is that what you said before surgery?
I told you. Susan, please.
Okay.
Please.
Muzzle.
I'm Guy. This is Peggy. I better have. We're Jason's parents. We're delighted to be hosting the rehearsal tonight. We're glad you're all here. Peggy and I want to thank all of you for coming a long way to see Jason and Sarah become husband and wife. I know it means a lot to Sarah and Jason, and it means a lot to both families that you would take time out from your busy schedule to come here and see them get married, and we appreciate it very much. Before we get started, Melissa, can you lead us in a blessing, and then we'll start with the festivities.
Heavenly Father, today we give thanks to you for bringing Sarah and Jason together. Thank you for guiding them to one another in your perfect timing. Thank you for the joy they found in each other and for the life they will begin together tomorrow. May their marriage be filled with faith, friendship, adventure, and enduring love. Lord, we are grateful for the family and friends gathered here. Thank you for bringing us all safely together. Help Jason and Sarah feel the love that surrounds their marriage. Let us each be a source of love, encouragement, wisdom, and strength for them in the years ahead. Help us support their relationship so that their marriage continues to strengthen in love, patience, and joy. Lord, thank you for all the people whose hard work, generosity, and care have helped create such a special weekend. Bless this food we are about to enjoy and the hands that work to prepare it. Lord, lastly, bless this wedding celebration weekend with smiles and unforgettable memories. Let it be filled with laughter, dancing, and a feeling of thankfulness that we are able to celebrate this time together. May Sarah and Jason's marriage be filled with the same joy and gratitude all the days of their lives. In his name, amen.
Amen. Beautiful. Obviously, she got most of that from her mother. Thanks, Missy. As I mentioned, there are many people that have taken their time out to come a long way. I want to take a brief minute. Since I'm paying for this, I get to do what I want to do. So I want to thank a few people. First of all, George and Susan Goodman, wave. George is a surgeon friend of mine. Not only do we work together, but the four of us usually go out to dinner once a week to discuss all things family and work. George is a tremendous surgeon. Susan was the best OBGYN nurse in Memphis until George forced her into retirement. We've been able to go to the marriages of both of their children, and Peggy and I love them, and we appreciate so much that you come this far to see Jason. Next, I want to recognize Brent and Teresa Riggins. Raise your hands. Stop making a face. Gee whiz. Now you made me lose myself. Teresa was my nurse for 25 years. And she was the best nurse ever created to take care of surgical patients. She went into semi-retirement because Brent said, you need to travel with me, and he's a very busy businessman. He travels all over. So she left me for her husband. Yeah, I still haven't gotten over it, okay? But anyway, we've been able to see both of their children get married recently, and they've begun their families. Teresa now is taking care of grandkids all the time, and so they're very busy. We love both of them, and we're very happy that they're here to see Jason and Sarah get married. Next, Judy and Mark Weatherly. Raise your hand. Judy and Mark. Judy also retired nurse. Mark is a retired radiologist. Peggy and Judy have been best friends forever. The nicest people in the world. They've come from Memphis to see Jason. They've known Jason ever since he was a little boy. They have a Jason, right? They have a Jason of their own. And we thank you for coming a long way to see these two get married. Okay, next. Where's my sister, Kathy? Where is she? There's Kathy, Bobby. That's my sister. And where's their clan? Where's the rest of their clan? Wave your hands. I'm not going to say all your names. They're here. They left the kids at home because they wanted to have fun, so the kids are at home. But we appreciate you all being here. Next, Melissa and Greg. Melissa, Greg, and Clary, Ben, and Ford. And they've come all the way from Charlotte. And we appreciate so much. Melissa was a very bossy big sister, and Jason and Russell will say that they don't really think it was worthwhile, but Melissa just turned to them and said, "You're welcome." So, lastly, but most importantly, I want to recognize Jason's big brother, Russell. I'm gonna have trouble with this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Russell, raise your hand, Russ. I'm sorry. For those of you who don't know Russell's story, he's an amazing young man. I'm sorry. I'll get over this. He's an amazing young man, and we're very blessed that he's here today to see his younger brother, Mary Sarah. He's amazing, and he's a kind young man, and we love him so much, and we're so glad he's here. I'm sorry about that. So that's enough of the introductions. And Ned, where are you, Ned? It'll be your turn, I promise, okay? Not now, but later it'll be your turn. All right. As the mother and father of the groom, we've had the privilege of watching Jason go from a very curious, energetic little boy into the man that he is today. Along the way, he made us very proud with his character and his kindness, traits that are evident to all that know Jason. I want to relate a little patient episode. I was making rounds in the ICU, what was that, last week sometime? I'm making rounds and I see him, he's taking care of a patient that just had a coronary bypass. So I walk up and ask him how he's doing, if he's still sure he wants to get married, and he said yes. No hesitation on his part, by the way. No hesitation on his part. And so the lady, she's got chest tubes coming out of her chest from her coronary bypass. Jason's got all these drips running, all this stuff to make sure she stays alive. And he said, "This is my dad." And she goes, "You're kidding me." I said, "No, I'm his father." She goes, "Well, I want you to know, not only is he the best nurse, the nicest, kindest nurse, he is my eye candy." And I said, "Well, that's due to his mother." That's a true story. She did say that, and I did say it's due to your mother. Thank you. All right. Then I showed her the picture of her when I met her. When she was a babe. She still is, but I mean, I showed a picture of the patient, and the patient goes, "Man, I can see why you married her." So, that all happened in the ICU. Anyway, where was that? Anyway, Jason, you've always had a good heart, and seeing the way that you love and care for Sarah tells me that you're more than ready for this next chapter. Sarah, one of the best decisions Jason made was decided to choose you as his bride. From the moment his mother and I met you, it was clear how special you are, and that you definitely bring the best out of Jason, and that you truly make him happy. For that, we will always be grateful. We could not be more thrilled that you will now be part of our family. As you know, marriage is a partnership. It's not always perfect. It's not always easy, and it requires understanding and compromise. Correct, Susan?
Correct.
Okay. Inside joke. I think both of you will be able to rise to the challenge of this partnership called marriage and have a wonderful life together. Now, we will do toast after the dinner. Everyone has a chance to say whatever they want. But right now, let's raise a glass to love, to family, and the beautiful life that Sarah and Jason are about to embark upon. May tomorrow be the beginning of a lifetime in joy. Cheers to the bride and groom, and everyone please enjoy dinner. Thank you so much. And the only thing I want to know, can I finally take you off the family plan for the cell phone? You promise I do not have to pay for your cell phone after tonight?
He can go on that.
If you'll all look at the back of the menu, they have the order. After we eat dinner, then we'll do, Ned kind of takes over and we'll do some toast. And there's a free round when Dr. Woodman can come up and say whatever inappropriate things he wants to say. Thank you all so much for being here.
Well done. Well done, Rob. Well done.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Guy and Peggy for a wonderful meal. The
small boroughs were nice to us. I really appreciate that. And the other thing I want to do is let you know that Elizabeth and I have been praying for you guys for a long time. We didn't know who we were praying for, but when we were raising Sarah, we were hoping there's another couple out there that was raising a fine young man and would grow up and fall in love with our daughter. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. He certainly is a fine young man, so thank you. Sarah is my oldest. She's the one that made me a dad, and all I wanted to be in my life was a dad. And, so we, you know, the young couple, of course, we thought she was perfect, and you know, we thought she was the smartest thing in the world. She didn't bother crawling; she just started walking at 10 months. So we figured, you know, by 5 years old, she was going to be doing math equations and, you know, writing symphonies at 10. So, but none of that really happened. Her biggest deal was, you know, probably around age 5. She liked to twirl around in her dress and let it come out. You know, that was her big thing. So, but there were going to be some major accomplishments to come later. She was a great athlete, great student, and you know, we all thought she was perfect. Postgraduate work, became Dr. Sabatini, soon to be Dr. Beller. So, yeah, there will be another Dr. Beller in town. Yeah. And you know, all our lives we just thought she was just perfect. So, and even to the point of picking the perfect fiance, so the perfect mate. So, you know, when someone comes into your family, you kind of worry, you know, oh, they don't think we're weird or, you know, anything like that. But Jason came and, you know, he met us and he you know, fell right into the family, and, you know, we really appreciate that. He's, even though, you know, he's been with us a short time, he feels like we've been family for a very long time, so. You know, he became kind of an official pool member of the, we like to host pool parties in our house, and sometimes they can be kind of competitive, and we have t-shirts for the winners, so he's officially got the t-shirts for that. So, tomorrow, of course, I have to give the bride away, and of course it's going to be you know, ceremoniously, but it's going to be a lot easier knowing that, you know, I'm going to be handing her to Jason. So that makes it a lot easier for a dad, you know, that, you know, his daughter's going to be well taken care of. So appreciate that, Jason, for the love you've shown her. You know, as a father, you know, what else could you hope for? You know, she's going to be taken care of. So thank you for that. And just want you to remember that, in my eyes, she'll always be my perfect little girl. So I'd just like to toast you two, and you know, hope you have a long and happy marriage. Thank you.
Be careful, Carol.
All right, so I just want to say how happy I am that everyone is here in Arizona to celebrate Sarah and Jason this weekend, okay? Arizona was a choice, but here we are. So I'm Caroline. I am Sarah's little sister by 5 years. 5.5, she will say. Which basically meant that I spent my entire childhood trying to beat her. Whatever Sarah did, I did. Sarah played volleyball, so I played volleyball. Sarah went into healthcare, so I went into healthcare. She challenged herself constantly, and without even realizing it, she taught me to do the same. I am not emotional, so this is wild. Sarah's Sarah's favorite claim is that I'm smart because of her. When we were little, we would play school, and she would teach me everything that she was learning at school, and she claims that she taught me how to write my name before I could speak. So she says. Being 5 years apart definitely had its pros and cons. Sarah did not necessarily appreciate having a tiny shadow following her around 24/7. She was very creative in finding ways to entertain me, which I now realize was mostly just light torture. Parading me around in outfits that she claimed and I believed were beautiful, as she was secretly laughing, and apparently my parents too, the whole time. The pros of the age gap were that I got a front row seat watching someone I admired navigate life before me. I got to learn from her mistakes, I got to copy her successes, and I frequently benefited from her great reputation. I was known as Little Sabs for the first 18 years of my life. One of my favorite memories with Sarah was when we went to Disney World and Universal for spring break. We rode every ride possible, and I can confidently say that no one else on earth, including my husband, would ever agree to do that with me, ever, again. Now, our friendship has only gotten stronger as we've gotten older. I get to watch Sarah be an incredible aunt to my daughter Maggie, constantly spoiling her, showing up for her, and apparently planning a mini bounce house as a first birthday present that I have to keep in my home. So thanks for that. Okay, Jason, now it's your turn. I really could not imagine a better match for Sarah. You fit into our family so naturally, and most importantly, you make Sarah so happy. Actually, most importantly, you make Ned and Marcus happy. At my wedding, Sarah thanked me for not bringing a weirdo into the family, and I would like to officially thank her for the same thing too. Even though I technically beat her to getting married, the first thing I ever did before her. We are all very glad this weekend is finally here. So everyone please raise a glass to Sarah and Jason, to a lifetime of laughter, adventure, and a marriage that only gets better with time. Cheers! Cheers! We love you. Thank you.
Joseph, you gonna do it?
He's gonna do it.
Don't make it hurt too bad. All right, Joseph. We want the real stuff because I was there.
I suck at these kind of things. So I wrote it all down. Jason and Sarah, congratulations. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Joseph, and I've known Jason for 22 years. It's insane to think about, man. At this point, he's family to me. More like a brother than just a friend. Actually, Jason, Taylor, and I were just at the pool joking about how speeches like this are the kind that make a grown man cry. So I'm trying really hard right now. So if this goes off the rails at any point, I'm blaming them.
It's passion.
Yeah, it's passion. Outside of my wife, Jason is my other passion. I got in a lot of trouble with that in my life. I've had too many tequilas. So, over the years, Jason and I, we've spent a lot of time together. We were in bands together, played a lot of music, and probably spent way too many nights hauling around gear and pretending we were going to make it big. And honestly, if you've ever heard Jason play, you know we probably should have. But what's funny is that all of my closest friends are musicians. 3 of the groomsmen here, Nick, Taylor, and Whit, we were all bandmates at one point, or in one band or another. one instrument or another. If my beautiful wife, Aubrey, and I had a traditional wedding instead of a eloping, these same guys would have been my groomsmen too. And that's the kind of bond I'm talking about. It's more than friendship, it's brotherhood. We got to experience something together that most people never really do. And through all of it, Jason has always been one of the best people I know. Not just a great musician, but genuinely kind and generous and dependable. He's the kind of guy who always shows up when people need him and does it without asking for anything in return. And Sarah, it's been really great seeing the two of you build a life together from afar. You can tell how solid your relationship is. You both take care of people for a living, and I think that says a lot about the kind of hearts you both have. You balance each other really well, and it's obvious how much love and respect there is between you. Oh, I'm done.
Doing great.
Jason, I'm genuinely happy you found someone like Sarah. And Sarah, I'm happy Jason found someone who sees what the rest of us have always seen in him. So let's raise a glass.
All right, here. Good job, Joseph.
Cheers, brother.
Awesome.
Love you.
Jenny, you're up. Hard up.
Here I come.
Yeah, so what's
So the
so what's the
program
deal?
says-
Why is there two?
Yeah.
He
The-
did say
We did
that we were going
together.
Okay.
So, here we are. I'm Jenny, and for years, I've been Sarah's +1 at weddings. I've been the date, the dance partner, and the person making sure she didn't leave her purse at the bar.
Okay, so I'm Mary Beth and I'm the other +1. So basically, Jason, we have been your competition for the past 12 years.
That's right, we've known Sarah for over 12 years. I've happened to meet Sarah kind of randomly at undergrad through Kinsey, but our bonding really happened during physical therapy school. Sarah and I lived together our second and third year of grad school, along with Casey. PT school was some of the best and worst times of my life. I could not, though, have asked for a better roommate, classmate, or friend in Sarah. Over the last decade, we have been fortunate enough to attend countless weddings together, but more importantly, we've been on tons of trips. We've traveled to Florida, St. Louis, Chicago, Philadelphia, Austin, Albuquerque, Kentucky, Breckenridge, and oh, remember Las Vegas?
So you pointed at Casey. How come she ended up there?
Casey, that one was at Emily,
Oh, I know.
and the first one was at Kinsey. They just all happened to be sitting there. If you haven't been to Las Vegas with Sarah, you are missing out. She got us in the VIP pool parties, nightclubs, concerts, you name it, and Sarah knew the promoter and we were in. It was all glitter and bottle service.
For some of us, not for me. In my experience, when Sarah decided to invite me to Vegas, it was to run a half marathon. So we drank water and ate really light meals all day in Vegas. And then she didn't even run the half marathon. Trotting along down the strip by myself. And Sarah was, 5K away from a beer, or I'm not really sure. I wasn't there.
Anyways, something Sarah always loved to do on our trips was an escape room.
We've done countless escape rooms across this country. This girl loves to solve a mystery.
Do you remember our first one? Because it was pretty good. Do you remember the first one in Albuquerque? So, if you've ever done an escape room, they come in and they tell you how to do it. They go over the rules and, you know, just kind of that minor disclaimer. Just don't break anything and everything's cool. And so the guy leaves, lights, you know, go down and we're left in this room, and 2 minutes later, Sarah has a sink ripped off the wall to put on the bed, and it's like, guys, there's numbers on the bottom of the sink. We have to look at it. And then the lights come on, alarms, the guy comes back in, and it's like, okay, yeah, so we don't take sinks off walls here. And Sarah's looking at him like, okay, whatever, like, you're probably wrong. So yeah, that's the only time, we've done a lot of escape rooms, that was the only time we got stopped.
That's Sarah. As physical therapists, we're trained to find the root cause of a problem. Most of us are looking at a joint. Sarah apparently is looking at the plumbing. Sarah is one dedicated investigator, and I'm proud to have a friend who would rip through bathrooms to track me down should I ever go missing. We've known Sarah a long time, and just like an escape room, she gives 100% to her friendships. Even though we live in different cities and states, we know we can count on her to show up when we need her. When Sarah, Mary Beth, and I graduated PT school, we were all single. We started getting invited to our other classmates' weddings, and the 3 of us would go with each other as our plus ones. The details are a little fuzzy, but our Instagram group message, you know, the name of it is Plus One. It started as a funny group chat name, but it has evolved into a space we continue to connect over dumb and silly videos. Sarah is one of the nicest and easiest friends that I have. I think it speaks volumes that her friends celebrating with her tonight have been in her life for years and decades. She is somebody you pick right back up with, no matter the distance or time between visits. I think this is what our name, Plus One, means now. Somebody we can always count on to be there, a friend to listen, support, and show up when we need them.
Yes, so I definitely agree with Jenny. I think I'm the comedic relief of this conversation. So Jenny, Sarah, and I, we just have this 3-person friendship that the dynamics just really balance each other out. Obviously, we have a planner, Jenny. She actually wrote the entire speech. I just had little tidbits in there. So we have Jenny, then we have me, and then Sarah's a nice mix of the 2 of us, so she really just kind of helps balance us out. I will get emotional. I'm going to try really hard not to. But when I just think about the person that Sarah has become professionally and personally, I just feel really proud of you. You just exemplified knowing your worth, which is really important and something that I try to emulate in you. So I just know that Jason, you have to be like equally as impressive if she picked you. Yeah, I'm just really happy that she picked you to spend the rest of her life. You?
Mary Beth and I don't know Jason well, but we do know what a plus one is supposed to look like. And we couldn't be happier for Sarah that she has found her lifelong plus one in Jason. Watching your journey and seeing Sarah's happiness has been a delightful experience. So let's raise a glass and toast to Sarah and Jason. Congratulations.
Good job. Right. Thank you. Marcus.
All right, so I'm Marcus. I am Sarah's brother-in-law, but for this speech, I am Jason's groomsman. I'm also the only male here, I think, that has not played in a band with Jason. I think everyone before me has done a phenomenal job talking about Sarah, so I'm going to let her off the hook easy tonight. He's already had to put up with me trying to hijack the officiant role and unofficially marrying them on 2 separate occasions. So Sarah, you've done your time. What I'd really like to get into is how I've gotten to know Jason over the years. Now I remember at Caroline and my rehearsal dinner, Ned got up here, he said something I'll never forget. He said, "I'm sure Marcus loves Caroline, but once he met me, I was the one that really sealed the deal." And look, I don't mean to downplay how great Ned and Miss Liz are. They are truly the best in-laws you could ask for. Jason and I have talked about this many times, so I know he agrees. But Ned, I'm sorry. I'm taking the credit for this. I think we all know I was the one that really sealed the deal. I knew Jason was going to be a perfect fit because the man's a world-class team player. He has this incredible gift for sitting through any story and actually looking like he cares what you're saying. As he has figured out by now, I can really go on a storytelling spree after a few drinks. We've had some legendary meeting of the minds. One night, Ned, Jason, and I went until 4 a.m. Sarah actually came down about 3 o'clock just to make sure we hadn't killed Jason. And then, just like 2 months ago in Gulf Shores, I kept him up until 2 o'clock, grilling him on his jiu-jitsu moves and deep diving into our UFO and alien theories. Jason, whether you were actually interested or just trapped by your own politeness, you're a good sport. You're always down to hang, and that's a rare quality. But the moment I knew we really had something special on our hands, our first trip to the beach years ago, I already knew to be on the lookout for Ned and his fireball. The man has a secret stash on him at all times, so consider yourselves all warned for the weekend. But what I didn't expect was Sarah bringing Jason in, and he rolled in with a literal pallet of moonshine shots. At that point, I didn't just see a future brother-in-law. I saw a great friend that I think we could really get into some trouble together. I'm super excited for you both. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm genuinely glad this is happening. Selfishly, it is partly so I can feel like all those hours of beer pong training I put Jason through finally paid off. And before I close, I would like to congratulate Ned. You really had hit the jackpot on son-in-laws. I'm looking forward to many more beach trips, lots of more fireball shots, and hopefully eventually adding uncle to my resume. So, if everyone could please join me in raising a glass to a lifetime of patience, late night theories, and a love that is out of this world. Cheers.
Excellent. All right. I just knew. Open mic. I knew Dr. Woodman. No, Mary Beth already did. Mary Beth was good. Killed it. All right. Now listen. Dr. Woodman is famous for his rehearsal dinner. Look at his wife. She's just shaking her head. When his son got married,
Yeah.
I shouldn't bring it up.
No.
Okay, come on. All right, but his daughter got married. The boy was from Georgia, and so there was a whole room of people from Georgia that had no idea who this guy was. And so he proceeded to give a nice talk. And I don't know all that was said, but I walked in afterwards, and Susan and her lovely daughter came up to me and grabbed me and said it was the worst experience of their lives. So, Dr. Woodman?
Take that as a challenge. Jenny, can you tell me what the worst days of physical therapy school were like? Bad. I assume.
Maybe later.
And Marcus, he was just being nice. So. Anyway, Guy and Peggy, thank you for including us. It's been a wonderful weekend so far. And to start, I'd like to say, Yiddish is a dying ancient language spoken by European Jews. Susan, did you expect that to be my first sentence? So my grandparents spoke it, and although it's fading, there are certain words that have endured in our lexicon. And one of the words that I think of frequently that you may have heard of is one that I would use to describe Jason. And it's a word, mensch. You heard that word before? So mensch is a word. It's a good word. So confirmation, thank you. But it describes a gentleman who does good deeds and displays high integrity, honor, and decency. A good person in the truest sense. For example, if someone lost their wallet and a young man took that wallet and drove an hour to return it to that lady, she would say, that boy is a mensch. So that's not a word that I hear in my household too often. Now the opposite would be schmuck, putz, schlemiel, or schnook. Those are some common words that you might hear around my house. Now for Sarah, Shana Punham is a Yiddish term used to describe a beautiful woman. Now, you may not have heard that term before because in most Jewish dialects, most of the words that you know are criticisms or critiques. You don't usually compliment people. So, there are some Yiddish words that are fun to use though, like tuchus, klutz, or kvetch, someone who complains incessantly. Or one of my favorites is oy vey, which is something you might say with an impending, a catastrophe. Now, Jason, one word that's my favorite that might be used to describe your dad would be mashugana. Have you heard that word before? Any time you might look at somebody and do this, you might say that person is mashugana. So, also a common word around my house. Now, before I go into the last little Yiddish phrase, I would like to share a quick anecdote about the enduring love between a husband and wife. And my wife and I have a neighbor, 90-year-old man, very nice, unfortunately suffering from Alzheimer's, much like my dad had, but still living alone. And every morning at 6 a.m., he comes and knocks at our door, and I run to get it before he wakes Susan up. And he wants to know if I know where his wife is. And that means every morning at 6 a.m. I have to tell this nice 90-year-old man that his wife died 10 years ago. And so it can be a little bit stressful, and I thought about moving, thought about not answering the door. But to be honest, it's been worth it just to see the smile on his face every time I tell him. Now, of course, that's not going to be you two. Now, one last Yiddish classic is a phrase we use on special occasions. It means good luck or congratulations. And I'm sure you've heard it, so repeat after me when I say, Raise a glass. Sarah and Jason, mazel tov.
Tough act to follow. Anybody want to try?
Vinny.
Ed, you want to say something? You want to say something? You want to say something? You can say something if you want to. Would you like to say something? Anybody else? What you want to say, Claire? You want to say something? She's coloring. She's coloring.
I want to learn more about that language thing.
Oh, Ford wants to learn about Yiddish. Ford said, I want to learn more about that language.
Ford is a mensch.
Anybody else?
Just like a little bit.
I don't have a speech.
Knock it out.
I'm Kirby, and I'm Sarah's best friend from grade school. We went to Woodland together, and I just want to say, how wild is it that two Woodland warriors find themselves in their 30s and rekindle a romance that we never saw coming? I mean, like, it's wild. And I remember, so when I moved back to Memphis in 2021, I was single and all my friends were married and had an average of 3 children. And I had been living in Miami downtown. So I did not know who to be friends with, where to go, what to do. And Sarah took me back in and said, come with me, I'm going to introduce you to people. And she really started my social life downtown. And now I'm the thriving socialite that I am today because of Sarah, who stays home all the time. No, but I love Sarah, and I remember that we'd always text each other about our dates because we always went on awful dates. They were all awful before, terrible. And she said, there's this guy, and he says he went to Woodland, and his name is Jason. Do you remember him? And I was like, I literally do not remember him at all. Sorry, Jason. He was best friends with Whit Tucker. I do remember Whit Tucker. I have no idea why Whit Tucker has a space in my brain, and you don't. Probably got taken up by Eric Whitaker. Sorry. 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 You know, anyways, y'all both aged very well. No, but she was like, I don't know, I'm gonna take him to a Grizzlies game, so if it's bad, I can just be like, well, we should please, you know, they're not doing too bad. So anyways, it worked out really well, and that's the night they had their first kiss, I guess. Anyways, we'll skip over that part. Then I remember seeing either your second or third date, and she had said, I don't think things are gonna work out with this guy. He works night shift. Like, when am I ever gonna see this guy? It's just not gonna work. So like, whatever, he's nice. I'll entertain it for a little bit, we'll just see. Well, he takes her to dinner and says, well, guess what? I switched to day shift. And she texted me after and goes, oh my gosh. And told me, and I was like, how do we feel? And she goes, I don't know if I should be excited or freaked out. Well, it ended up working out really well for you. So I just want to say I love Sarah. She's amazing. You're okay. They let me go to their house all the time. He lets me watch The Bachelor there every week. And he always seems to come home on the weird episodes and sit down with us. And he's like, never mind, I don't want to be a part of this. This is real time. But you get some good dinners out of it because she always cooks great dinners for me. So you get the leftovers. But thank you. We're going to be friends till we're like 90. Hate to tell you. So, and I hope that one day I meet a guy as great as you and get married. And she'll be a bridesmaid, maybe. Flower girl. But I love you. I'm so happy for you guys. And go Woodland Warriors. Anyone else?
All right, anybody else before I turn it over to him? Before I turn it over to him, 7:30 at the hotel. That's when anytime after. Where are they going?
The living room.
The living room for whatever.
Party.
Afters.
Yeah, UFC.
Fireball.
Ready? He's ready. He says he's ready.
Before we wrap things up, I just want to say a few words and thank everyone again. for being here tonight. It means so much that all of you took the time, traveled out here to Arizona, and are here to celebrate with us this weekend. Looking around this room and seeing family, friends, so many people who have been a part of our lives for years is incredible. I want to give a really special thanks to my mom. She's worked really hard putting all this stuff together. It was less up to me than talking about McDonald's. It's been a treat to see it come together. Thank you, Mom. I also want to thank everybody that spoke tonight. Hearing all the stories, memories, kind words made this night really special for us. And it's something I know I'll always remember. I know Sarah will always remember. To our families, thank you for all the love, support, and everything you've done for us to get to this point. And to our friends, thank you for always showing up for us, making us laugh, and making life more fun along the way. We feel really lucky to have such amazing people around us. And we're excited to celebrate with you all tomorrow when we get married. Thank you again for being here, for supporting us, for making this weekend so special already. We love you guys. And come join us for some drinks afterwards.
Anybody else? We done?
Karen just let you know that Mountain Shadows, the transportation is, as we walk back out, Karen.
Yeah, we,
You never slow down, you never roll on. Tired of screwing up, tired of going down, tired of myself, tired of this town. Oh my, oh hell yes, I got to put on that body best. You buy me a drink, sing me a song, take my hands up cause I can't stay long. That's dancing Mary Jane, one more time together, babe. Oh, I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. There's pigeons down on Market Square. She's standing in her underwear. You're looking down from a hotel room. Not falling, they coming soon. Oh my, oh yeah. woke up alone. Hear my last number, walk to the road. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the day. Southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Run from the cold up in New England. I was born to feel the red North Town string band. My baby plays the guitar, I play the banjo now. Oh no, country kids just keep on getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had enough to do. But if I to live that old life no more. No. So rock me, mama, like the wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, every way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey.
Give her a twirl, Jason. Give her a twirl. There we go.
Practice the dip. Practice the dip. That was it. You just got it. I need a beer can. Yeah, I can't.
Good God. Oh my God.
They pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, roll tide roll, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Here I come, Alabama, here I come. My soul, I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and dance away. Won't you take me away? When my mind is free, you know what melody can move me. And when I'm feeling low, the guitar's gonna go just so me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. I want you to know I'm believing your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Oh, give me the key, voice to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. And give me the key, voice to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. And give me the key, voice to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away?
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
The place you learn to say your prayers, the place I took to pray, loading and breaking down my road, our hill dreams. Long before we ever met, I made up my direction. Long before I knew the half of I'm sure now. Though I'd say it ain't the way you'd have done about it. Follow me and lead me on and never let me down. So I'll love you till my lungs give out. I ain't lying, I'm all yours. You're all mine. There ain't two ways around it. There ain't no trying about it. I'm all yours. You're all mine. Broad rails and fine hotels and all that in the middle. Everybody in Curtin John, I wanna taste with you. The goddess in my days and the muse I ain't refusing. Part of me that ain't around, I'm always talking to. So I love.
The wind's booking. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. This
goes on and on. 9 to 5 ain't working, but the head of all work so hard. I can't worry about my problems. I don't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them ain't another one. Oh my, good Lord, someone pour me up another shot of whiskey. They know that Daniel's got a history. There's a party downtown on 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
1 to the 3 to the 4.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody in.
I've been losing since I left. Daily chasing for a check. Tell my mama never forget. Oh Lord, woke up drunk and tell me I'm gonna do the shit again. Tell her good and bring a friend. Oh Lord, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell her bring another round. Give me money, don't step on the table. We don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord, someone pour me up another shot of whiskey. They don't know your Jack Daniel's got a history. There's a party downtown in 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. When it's last call, they're gonna kick us out the door. It's kinda late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my, good Lord. Pour me up a double shot of whiskey. In the middle of Jack Daniel's got a history. There's a party downtown at 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. If you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, when the landslide will bring it down, oh, the landslide will bring it down. Neon moon. Now we've been losing one and only. There's always room here for the lonely. Don't want your broken dreams dancing out of the flames of the neon moon. The jukebox lives on drink by drink, and the words to every sad song seem to say what I think. It's hurt inside of me. It ain't never gonna end. Oh, I'll be alright as long as there's light from the neon moon. I've been losing one and only. There's always room here for the lonely. And not your broken dreams dancing out of the flames of the neon moon. And watch your broken dreams dancing out of the flames of the neon moon. And watch your broken dreams dancing out of the flames of the neon moon. And I feel the break, feel the break, feel the break. I got really oh, yeah, just straight on. Well, I really wanna know, my baby. Well, I really wanna say, yes, I've got mine, and I'm late, next time over just such a man, he knows what is good for him, he best go running high, yeah. Daddy's got a new 45. Believe me when I say that I've got something for his podcast. Well, I really wanna know, now, baby. Well, I really wanna say, yes, there's just one way back, and I'm waiting. Oh, my soul has to wait. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now we're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. I just can't move. It's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, Sun, Mr. Brightside. I never say goodbye anymore.
Alright. Hey, this one goes out to my good friend, Jason Beller. Yeah, I was just hanging out some little West Coast town. Found a bar out by the sand, so I made my way in. First thing that caught my eye, like nothing I never seen. Sunburn, auburn hair, a California dream. Yeah, she was shaking them hips. She was a heartache on the dance floor.
Here we go.
Yeah, she's moving through my mind. Moving through my mind. I gotta know her name. I gotta see her again. She's got me wondering, wondering.
Where she at? Where she at? Where she at tonight?
So I just hung around this little West Coast town. Drop by every night. I stay till closing time. My little mystery. That girl, she's killing me. So I put on a song just to sing along. She was a heartache on the dance floor. Yeah, she's moving through my mind, moving through my mind. Where she at? Where she at? Where she at tonight? Where she at? Where she at? Where she at tonight? Right here, right now, humming this little song. You were a heartache on the dance floor, yeah you were. You know what they say, fuck around, find out. Tip my man here, he's a goat. That one's you got it.
All right.
That's actually what I was looking at.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
congrats, man.
She's lucky to have him, man.
Claire, you know you're playing in that.
I met him a little later.
Oh, it's not so bad. Yes, I tried to like wipe her down, wipe it down. But I got it better. Yeah. You wanted to start singing that song so bad. He's like, I'm not a normal mom, I'm a cool mom. They're Florida. Very much. At the very end of the show. Thank you.
Oh, we could actually talk about it. Well, I think we should. All right, let's not walk out. What are we gonna do? Bring him out. All get our glasses.
Oh, okay.
Finding the perfect caption point. Hey, what are you two girls It's all different. It's all I'm tired. Too old to stand this long. Dr. Weatherly. Did you call her? 3 times. Dr. Weatherly, you know what you're really good at? Yeah. You don't want to play He's the guy you want to play with. I can pull one up on my phone. As long as we got food, anybody? No? Oh, we're good.
We're about to begin our wonderful reception. It's going to be up on the roof. Hi friends and family, how are we doing? Oh come on, I know there was an open bar cocktail hour. We got the bride and groom waiting for us. How are we doing? That's what I like to hear. Alright, well my name is Chris. I'm your DJ and MC today, but that is enough about me. I want y'all to make some noise. We're about to welcome out your groomsmen. get a chance and I Alright, y'all. I need everybody to be on their feet. I need you to grab those napkins, start waving them. Let's bring the energy. It's my pleasure to announce for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. Everybody to please take their seats at this moment. And it is now time for Sarah and Jason to share their first dance as a married couple. Everybody please say aww.
Look this way, Lily.
I'll look that way.
Alright, go ahead.
I'll stare that way like a crazy person.
Okay, look what you're doing.
Use your fingers, go for it.
Make sure you guys turn this way to feed
I swear you're supposed to use your hand. Jason needs a big piece. Dr. Whippen does me well. Jason, why are you using a fork? I asked, could I use my hands?
Perfect. Little kids together and you're done. Alright, you guys can take that piece with you. And then Katie will
Now, like Sarah said earlier, I want to thank everybody for coming. I know it was quite an effort to come out here, but we're so glad everybody got to join us and participate. I want to thank Peggy and Guy again for your contribution to this wonderful weekend, the rehearsal center, the cabanas, everything. Really made this a special weekend. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Alright, so now I'm going to ask for all the single ladies to get to the center of the floor. We are about to toss the bouquet up in here.
This is your thing, man. Come on.
ask me if I would do a little longer. If I said before I might, she said, tell me are you a Christian child? I said, man, I am tonight. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the beat. Walking in Memphis, but do you really feel the way I feel? Walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off the beat. Walking in Memphis, but do you really feel the way I feel?
Spicy Martin.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain.